Leo. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm already hyped. I'm feeling super Leo-ish today, super fiery today. So that's a lot of planets for me because most of my planets are in Leo in my third house. And yeah, so right now I'm feeling super, super communicative and just super, like my Gemini is firing right now. So listen, it's about to be a lit ass reading, okay? We are going to be doing your October 2018 tarot reading. And this is going to be, well, during it, it's going to be Libra season, but it will transition into Scorpio season. So for us, what does that mean as Leos? First off, in Libra season, Leos and Libras get along pretty well for the most part, depending on, the frequency of each person you're talking about, right? So for the most part, we will be doing really well if you're a Leo who is able to share the spotlight. So this means that we are able to be seen in a really good light if you're doing good. If you have been doing good in your life and you haven't been doing too many bad things, you will be seen as a good person. The spotlight will naturally be on you in a good way. But if you haven't been, then karma's gonna come around and you will be seen as the bad guy right now, or at least weak or something you don't want to be portrayed as. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for Leos in the month of October. All right, while I'm shuffling, if you already know this is gonna be a good reading, if you feel it, if you just want something good to happen, or if you just want to let me know you're watching, go ahead and leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe. I promise you won't be disappointed. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the beginning of October, for Leos. My lovely Leos. Okay, so we got two cards that came out. Let me go ahead and place them. All right, so for the beginning of October, the energy is going to be surrounding or about the King of Cups. So definitely emotion based. This could involve a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer, but this is definitely about emotions, okay? So this may be you learning how to take charge of your emotions and kind of have more control and delegation. I think that's the word. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. But yeah, so this is kind of like having control over your emotions. So maybe during this time you will get to master your emotions, or you at least will be feeling a lot of emotional presence during this time, okay? So starting off, we have the Twins, or the Lovers card, the Gemini, okay? So this is most likely going to deal with love, or this could start off with love, especially because we're dealing with emotions, right? So this is definitely involving love. This could involve a Gemini, or this could involve just some type of good and bad relationship, or good and bad choice that you can make, okay? So this is kind of like if you're going down a path or something, there's a good road and then there's a bad one. So we're going to see what this leads into. So it makes me feel like you have choices on the table right now for some reason. We're going to get more into it and see what that means. So what is this Lovers in reference to? In regards to emotions, we know it's emotions, we know it's lovers, so most likely it's romantic, but let's be more clear. What else can I tell Leos? Okay, so we got the Temperance in reverse, okay? So maybe this love situation or this soulmate or twin flame situation is not good for the greater good. It's not progressive. It may be something that doesn't necessarily coincide with what your soul needs in this lifetime. It may have been a person that you really enjoy being around, but they are someone from your past life or your past, or even in this life, they're just from your past, but they're not meant for your soul right now. That could be it for some people, or it could just mean maybe a Gemini around you is feeling as though things are not coming together for them, or it could be a Gemini and a Sagittarius that are not getting along. So let's see. We move into the Seven of Cups in reverse here. So this is saying someone is feeling definitely overwhelmed and almost to the point where they feel like they can't make any decisions because they're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. But in actuality, it's really just all these emotions attached to too many things at one time, which, is something that can be controlled. But if it isn't stopped, or, if it isn't slowed down at a certain point, it almost becomes too big to tackle. As a situation, if you have too many options, too many connections, if you have too many biased opinions about something, if it comes to a time where you really have to, decide what's right and what's wrong, and you're being biased emotionally, then you won't really come up with a good decision. So it's kind of like if we're watching a boxing match or something, and why did I say it like that? And the judges, are biased towards one of the fighters. It's like, it's not going to be fair, right? Okay. So there's a lot. I'm going to wait, and I'm not going to necessarily say this now because this is a lot. I kind of know what I'm reading already. But yeah, so what exactly are these choices about? What's being okay? You guys came out again, huh? All right, so we got the Tower card in reverse. My cards are like, no, you have to say this. So this is a change that you were not expecting, or you could have expected it, but I feel like this is something that had more to do with something else, or maybe it involved someone. Or okay, let me just break it down. I feel like there was something that was either revealed or something that was done that you wanted either to keep hidden or you didn't know was happening, and it happened, and it didn't necessarily have anything to do with you, but you were in the presence of it, or you were around someone who has something or everything to do with it. And so I really feel like it had you feeling like, whoa, like kind of like a deer in headlights, right? But I also feel like whatever this was, this is something that could have or would have been better if it was kind of kept secret or just not put out so public. This also could have been something that was very, very close to one of your hearts or one of whoever this is dealing with. Because I feel like this deals with someone else, either embarrassing themselves or you doing something around you that she felt like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like, how could you, as a Leo, it's kind of like, for example, how could you do this to me? How could you put me in this light? How could you let people see me going through this? And this has nothing to do with me. This is all of your bullshit. Like, I feel like it was something, like, I'm seeing someone arguing at someone that they do love, but it's because they feel mad or disappointed in what the person did. You know what I'm saying? They felt like, why would you do that? Like, kind of blindsided almost, or almost like, you couldn't give me a heads up that this is what you were going to do kind of thing. And I know as Leos, at least me, I don't like to find things out late, especially because I'm a Leo Virgo cusp. So, like, I need to know details, and if I feel like something is off, I will act like a complete bitch, okay? I'm just going to put that out there. If I feel like something is off and nobody's paying attention to what I'm saying, I will be hell on earth for you. Because it's just something, like, if I feel like something is off, right? So I feel like you knew something was off, or you knew something could take a turn for the worse. And you almost like you warned them, like, hey, don't do this, or hey, this is not what we're gonna do today, and they still went for it, right? Or they still did something that made you feel like, what the fuck? And so you feel kind of pissed, and also feel like the communication was just fucked up, and you or the other person may have said something that was hurtful, but truthful to you. Maybe you felt like, what the fuck, and you had to let your mind out, or maybe they feel like they needed to let their mind out in some type of way. But for some reason I feel like it was hurtful, or maybe just blunt. What was said? What was communicated in that time? What was communicated? Okay. So this could have been about finances. Yeah, so this could have been someone, maybe an earth sign, so Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Maybe they were trying to communicate they feel like something isn't fair. They felt like something wasn't fair with the giving and taking. So sharing. Maybe someone felt like they were putting more into the relationship than the other. Maybe someone felt like they were spending more than they should have, or putting more, material fruit. What am I trying to say? Like material... I don't know what that word would be. They're putting more effort into the relationship so that it can build itself. So maybe they feel like the other person doesn't care enough. And so it's like unbalanced and just not fair. But I do feel like it deals with money, or it deals with resources, materials, maybe even traditional values, things of that nature. So even morals, I just feel like there's an imbalance in connection in all earthly realms. But, only dealing with materials, money, maybe how the person acts around other people, friends, social life, all of that stuff, everything that deals with this life, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I feel like when it was told, it was almost like, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but this is what you need to know. Like, you need to know that what you're doing is not okay, because what I'm trying to have, you're bringing me down. So what someone is saying that, like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but you need to hear this, because if you can't fix this shit, you need to get to step in. That's what I'm feeling right now. So, but at the same time, I feel like it's needed. I feel like the person that's speaking up, it's time for them to speak up, whether it's you or another person. So let's go ahead and see what's happening in the middle of October. We're already going off with a bang here. We got, okay, that's too many cards. Let me keep shuffling. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the energy is going to be surrounding, in the middle of October, is peace, okay? Serenity. This is perfect. So I feel like whenever you spoke your mind, or whoever spoke their mind, there was a sense of understanding, even if there wasn't any talking or, conversing. Is that a word? Yeah, conversing going on. I do feel like whoever spoke their mind, it was a segue for the situation or the people involved in the situation to be able to have peace, to be able to have like some time to just have, silence. But with that can come, like, we have solitude. It's almost like you can have too much of it sometimes, and some people don't know how to handle it, or some people just, stay with it and they don't know how to balance that. So it really does depend on who you're dealing with. But to start off, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So this is saying you need to shake things up. And so I naturally say, when I see this card, I think in all ways of life, you need to shake things up. Start changing your lifestyle. Maybe start changing the things you do. Start replacing your bad habits with good ones. But being that this is a very emotional reading so far, I am going to go out and say that this is probably you needing to shake up your emotional life. Whether you are in a relationship and you want to be in one, you need to shake it up and see what fun things can you bring, what things made the relationship happy in the first place. And again, this doesn't have to be, like a romantic relationship. This can be in, family as well. What is it that make you guys happy in the first place? Start getting in touch with that, with the things like that again, and really figuring out, how you can do that as a person and bring that joy back, because it's missing, but it's not gone. It's just not there. So it's like, what can you do to bring that back? And as a Leo, it's kind of what we do anyways, just being, part of, the sun and, solar plexus. That's the part that we are, or at least that's the part that is associated with Leo. And, light is always, it's forever here. The sun isn't going anywhere. So it's kind of like, no matter how down you are, the Leos are kind of supposed to be there to at least make someone be like, dang, like, I can't even be mad around this person, even if they don't like you. They can't, just not perk up when you're around, or they can't deny that they don't feel any energy, or they feel energy when you're around, right? So that's what you need to do. Here it is, Three of Cups. Go out, have some fun, bring some friends over, make some new friends, start socializing, go out, enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, make some memories. This is, when I see this card, I feel like this is a card where you make memories, not necessarily remembering memories, but making them with new people, with old people, trying new things even. But I also see it as a card that says, be careful with your emotions, have fun, but make sure you're keeping an eye on the balance that goes with that. So also, like, when you can have fun with someone, you also want to be able to make sure this is a person that you can still have a normal conversation with the next day, right? Like, you want to make memories, but try to make stable foundations, or just organic connections, I guess is what I'm saying. So here we go to, and that's really fun for a Leo. I think whenever a Leo can find a new friend, especially a friend who they feel like is going to be a friend for a long time, that's a really, really awesome feeling, because it's just like, it's fun, it's passion, it's like, let's go have fun, let's do this, let's do that. And it's just laugh after laugh, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, I feel like it just brings just awesome energy, so really be aware of who you're around, who you're kicking it with, maybe who you meet in the middle of October, because I do think it'll be really cool. So now we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So this could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is someone who's very independent, self-made. This could be someone being stable in a job or a career, or maybe a position or a status within their job or career. And this is just really being on top of everything that deals with material possessions on an earthly scale. So really awesome. Let's see if this is a person or a situation. What more on this can I get for the Queen of Pentacles? Five of Wands. So you could be competing or trying to do something in work where you're trying to be the best or become, a higher position, or just try to get your point across, not getting walked over in work. This could also be a conflict with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This could just be, maybe you trying to earn more money, or trying to learn how to settle your ego and try not to argue so much with someone at work, or try not to have so much animosity with someone at work. Try not to argue. This is what this is saying. I do think this might have something to do with work. It could be with an ex that you work with. Could definitely be an Aquarius here. It's someone that could have been from your past as well. Someone that you definitely think about. And I also feel like it's someone that you could definitely be really comfortable with. You feel comfortable with them, but I feel like the type of relationship you have, it's not really a stable one. It's something that it's like, yeah, we flirt or something, but I wouldn't second guess. Like, I wouldn't trust them completely. Like, I wouldn't completely trust them with my feelings. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it's really crazy. It's like this Leo and Aquarius connection, right? But I feel like it was destined. Almost like even if you're enemies, it was meant to be, because this is someone that's from your past. This is someone who, it's like, this is someone who you know. It's someone that your soul is like linked to. In so many weird ways. It could have been a family member in your past life, a past lover, a past, I don't know, coworker, even someone you fought in a battle, you know, in your past life. It just depends. But the way that they show up now, you have to learn how to conquer and learn how to work with that person, okay? That's probably going to be your best bet, from what I'm seeing here. And I can tell this is something that, you know, you probably think about, or at least you wonder, why is it so much energy, whether it's tense energy or good energy, sexual energy? Why is there so much? I feel like this is something you think about, and it could be something that, you know, it could be something you only associate with work, or it could be something you associate with your everyday life. But once Scorpio season comes around, I do feel like this is going to show you if you can trust them or not, okay? So then we move into the Six of Cups in reverse. So again, dealing with memories, but this is moving past old memories, moving past old, maybe traumatic parts in your life, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Just old things. You're moving past old cycles, maybe old patterns, old traditions, or old advice, breaking free, or just kind of, you know, getting past, going into a new era. So this is good. This is transitioning. I like that. Six of Cups. What are we moving on from? Oh. Okay, so we're moving on from Judgment. So maybe you felt like you didn't make the right decision at one time, or maybe you felt like you didn't make the right action after something occurred. Dealing with a past event that happened in your life, probably happened in your childhood, or it could have happened with an ex or something of that nature, someone with a karmic relation. So if this is that person that we were talking about, who, you know, it's like a twin flame or a soulmate or something, and they're back, or they're around you, you may feel like you didn't make the right decision, but you did. It's just the decision you haven't been making in your past lives, so it feels really weird for you. So whether this is you, let's see, what decision did they make? What decision? Let me shuffle. What decision did they make dealing with this karmic relationship? Okay, so maybe you made the decision to cut ties, or maybe just, you know, agree to disagree. This could also have been like a communication thing where you guys just decided to stop communicating because one or both of you couldn't lose, or you didn't want to be the one that lost. So you guys were like, well, if I can't win, then I don't want to play at all. And I feel like it was bold, but it was something that later you regretted, because you felt like, you know, this could have been in past lives coming into now, or just in this life. Maybe you made a decision dealing with this person where you're like, maybe I should have, you know, tried to keep the peace. Maybe I should have tried to stay on the right path with them. Maybe I should have tried to just, you know, keep things going with them. And guys, these are my cards telling me all of this. You know, it's just popping up and I'm just reading. And I feel like you had to drop them as a priority, whether it was in this life or the past life. I feel like you know. You know. And if you're a Leo, or even no matter what zodiac sign you are, it really doesn't matter. When you watch my videos, no matter who I'm reading for, if you listen to what I'm saying, there's more of a truth to what I'm saying. It's not just what I'm saying. If you really listen, like, I don't want to sound like crazy, but if you listen on a deeper level, like, just listen. I'm saying things that mean multiple things for multiple people, because it's a general reading. So I'm talking to a lot of different energies at one time. But saying that, like, if you're watching, your energy is you somehow picked up to it. So if you can find a way to match it to something in your life, there will be a connection. because that's what I do. I meditate before I do this. I like my spiritual work is based on connecting every, you know what I'm saying? So just really pay attention to what I'm saying and not just literally what I'm saying. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but something told me let them know that. Because I feel like someone's like, I feel like she's talking to me, but I'm not sure. I'm talking to you, boo. Okay, so the end of October. This is a pretty good reading. I feel like I'm giving a lot of information, or at least I feel like I'm getting a lot of information. End of October for Leos. Ooh. Ooh, child. Okay. Okay, so the energy surrounding the end of your October, so this will definitely be Scorpio season by now, is the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this could be some of you not focusing on your emotions. Some of you could be not dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Like you're focusing on something else. Or this could just be you not necessarily trusting your emotions or trusting how you feel about a certain person yet. And so you're just trying to focus on something else. Or maybe you're trying to figure out how to start trusting. So let's see. We start off with the Leo card or the Sun card. So this is us. This is you, Leo. What do you have to say, Leo? What does Leo have to say? The Sun, the Leo card wants to say you are on the right path. Financially, things will start to happen. They will start to blossom, and it will seem like a miracle that fell from the sky. You are on the right path. Trust yourself. This is what this card means. Literally, you're on the right path financially. This could also be you getting a piece of advice. You getting something that really sparks something that gets you on the path to the rest of your life. This is an amazing card. And it's also, you know, financially, even if it's just for finances for you, this is like you're on the right path. You're onto something. You're onto the money. So, perfect. Anything else that Leo wants to say? Thank you, Leo. This is you, Leo. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Queen of Wands. This is you learning to be a leader, learning to blossom, learning to be that enthusiastic person, but also be able to share that spotlight and share that creativity with the world without being too bossy, you know, without stinging someone, without burning someone, but still having that spunk, you know, having that natural fire. I don't know, but there's something about like fire females, like fire sign females, something about them, you know? Or not just, you know, sun sign fire, but like even rising, moon, you know, whatever. There's something about it. There's a different spark to the female energy when there's fire. You know what I'm saying? It just adds an intensity, right? So let's go ahead and see. So I do feel like someone is going to be really bossing up for sure. Leo is definitely, one of you watching for sure is definitely bossing up to a whole new level. Guaranteed, and especially going to be kind of like encountering a new financial bracket for yourself, whether, you know, literally or just, you know, meaning that you make a higher pay grade of some sort. You can't be scared though. You have to be ready to attack it. I feel like this opportunity that you have in Scorpio season is going to force you to, you know, come outside of yourself and maybe even, you know, have to, you know, talk to other people, socialize, get to know people around you. But you still have to stay balanced and humble, you know, but still ready to defend yourself if need be. But also, you know, be intelligent and know what you need to know. Just stand, okay? Just be spiritually there. Observe, you know, and just wait. There's no real time to make any decisions right now. You don't have to be afraid of what's to come. Like, the change is coming, but the change is something that you've been waiting for. It's something that you've been working on for a while. Something you've been investing in. And you know you've been waiting for it. You've been waiting for this opportunity to come. And you know it's been coming. But now it's on its way. And now you don't want to make any moves. But all of that is just fear. It's just emotion. Emotional fear. Whether this be with a person, getting with a person, you know, getting married. Or, you know, making a business venture or investment. Or starting your own business. You know? Moral of the story is you can't be afraid though. I know this is something that, you know, stays on your mind, Nine of Swords. But you have to think. If something is on your mind, there's either one or two things you can do. Just thinking on a basic level. You can either do something about it and use your will as a Leo, because your will shall be done as a Leo. Naturally, you're born with that right. Or you can, sit there and be quiet and just mope. And you can, be mean to everyone and not listen to anyone, and not, instead of being happy, you're being mean and, feisty. Which is fun sometimes, but, as a Leo, I just feel like there's just too much power to just kind of sit back and be like, I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can. Yes, you can. Accept the spotlight. This is what you're supposed to do. Whether it's a new job, whether it's a new person, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I don't know how much more clear it can get for you. But I almost feel like you're in shock, mental shock. Almost like, you've been working for this, and that it's something that you've been wanting. But it's like a new type of courage has to be achieved in order to really, really fully accept that spotlight, that position or that job or that person into your life. All of that comes from within. So how do we stop worrying about it and, doing what you need to do to improve the situation? What do they need to do? Leo needs to do. Okay, we got 2 cards. So we got the 2 of Pentacles and we got the Knight of Swords in reverse. So first, you need to prioritize. You need to figure out what's important to you. What's valuable to you. Physical, spiritual, emotionally, mentally. What's of value to you. Figure that out first, okay? After you do that, think. Okay? Plan it out. Plan what you want to do. Plan what your next step is. Really analyze if this is something that you want to be a part of your life. Analyze if this is something that you want to communicate to others. Analyze if this is something that you want people to feel, when you come around. And realize, understand if you really want to keep on with this idea. Like, I feel like there's this thing with dreams where people really want these things. And they'll even work hard for it. But it's almost like once they get to it, they don't realize that they're already, there. And so they don't get to enjoy the fruits of their labor. So it's almost like they get stuck in this grind that they never realize, you made some progress. Can we celebrate? You know what I mean? So really take some time to understand the full picture of what's going on and what you're stepping into as a Leo. And I just feel like it'll work out for you. It really will. I just feel like there's a lot of... For someone, I don't know who it is, but for someone, there's a transformation, or there's a twin flame, or there's a transition in life. And it's going to really transform that person's life. For the better or for the worse, I'm not sure. But it's going to transform it. Like, someone's going through a transformatory, part in their life. And it's at the end of October in Scorpio season. So you're creating your reality. And like I said, your will as a Leo shall be done. So whatever you put your mind to and whatever you are fixed on feeling about, if you do that as a Leo, nothing can stop you. Literally nothing. So do that. And I'm saying in Scorpio season, I would start in Libra season. You really should have already started. But especially in Scorpio season, if you've been doing this, if you've been trying to get things going, or whatever you do, this is going to be a really, really good season for you, because that's how you create your reality, Scorpio season. I'm left from a Leo. The cards spoke for themselves. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm kind of taken aback, and I'm kind of feeling stunned. I feel like this is how this person's going to feel when they realize what's going on in their life. They're going to be like, what? This is what's really happening. They need to be woken up or pinched or something. So yeah, go ahead and leave me a comment, or you can subscribe if you want to be a part of my family here on YouTube. If you would like a personal reading, I leave all of my information down below. All you have to do is contact me, and I'll let you know what type of readings I offer, and then you can go ahead and pick which ones you want, and we can get that going for you. Anything else? Enjoy your Libra season. I will see you in Scorpio season. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, I will see you, Leo, very, very soon. Bye.